Alright guys, this is Jeff back here with you again on another update. This will be a real quick one actually on the progress of the 1701A Star Trek V refit 537 scale. And what I've got going on is just one more change that I'm making to the engineering hall. The arboretum windows to me were just too green. You know, I made the changes and got all the window lighting done in warm white, but because the top of the arboretums were painted blue, it made the arboretum seem green. Now just way too green, not foliage green, green. So what I've done is I have gone through and crank on a light here for us, made these little boxes right here, and stuck 3mm bright white lights on the inside of it, and the effect that it's giving me is that right there. You know, let's see if I can crank this over. If you look right in there, you see that box on top of the box. That's that puppy right there for the starboard side. I got to go through and get the other one glued on here now, and then get another pretty much a bowl made from a deflector dish. Gonna have to scratch build that just like I did these boxes, because I need to change that light. That UV light just was not bright enough. It was not giving me enough lighting for the deflector. So taking it out, trying something different. You know, it's gonna be the last thing that I change on this on this ship. I have this terrible habit, if I don't quit changing up the stuff on this model, I'll never get the fracking thing finished. So, you know, we shall go forth on. Like I said, I was just wanting to point out, you know, that difference right there, and you can see the difference in it between the arboretum windows and just a regular window. You know, you can see that warm white that's coming out of the regular windows versus this nice blue glow coming from the arboretum windows. And I love that. And you know, how great is that going to be when this ship is painted? You know, it gets this, you know, coat of white on it before I, you know, do the Aztec paneling and everything. Then it's going to look even cooler. So, you know, that being said, I go forth. I'm fixing to get this other box placed on the other side. Somehow seems like I have a little bit of an obstruction over this box. If I can get in there and take a look at it, right there, sticking. Ugh. We're blurry now. We're still blurry now. There we go. We focus back again. Get on in there. Here we go. Seems like I have a little bit of obstruction. That thing right there with the blue on it. How I'm going to get that out of there and out of my way, but I will somehow. So, but other than that, though, I go forth and I continue to build, and kids are acting up in there. I don't know what they got going on, but we're fixing to go and rectify that situation. And I should be coming back here hopefully pretty soon within the next couple of days with the update, at least with the puppy sanded down and primed and going through right about now and correcting a few gaps. And I'm actually using lights and shadows to try to help me find those gaps in where the, you know, in seams and stuff before I get it together. I go around, I'll twist the edge of something, especially like the saucer, twist it around. If it's casting a shadow through the inside and it's not smooth all the way across with the reflection of the light, then it's either a gap, you know, and then you go through and rub your finger across. If it doesn't feel smooth, it's a gap. So I'm trying to do that as much as I can before actually getting the ship primered, so that when I prime it, there won't be a lot of those gaps. I'm not constantly spraying over it, you know, and having little thick areas of primer on there. So, man, those impulse engines in blue really look cool. Really like that, you know. And those who, you know, I know a lot of folks dislike Star Trek V. It was supposed to be a grand movie before it got chopped all to hell because of budget constraints and, you know, people disliking Shatner's original story for it. But, you know, the ship itself actually really has a lot of ties into the original Enterprise, and as well to as far as like the blue impulse drive, the way it was shown originally in some of the photos. stills of the original model when it was built for the motion picture. The impulse engines were blue first, then they changed it to red. So, you know, and plus blue is my favorite color anyway, so it just kind of worked out perfectly for me. But anyway, this, like I said, just a quick update on it. I'm fixing to go now and get this other box implanted into the inside of this starship, get the navigational deflector back on, and continue on with this kit, as well as the kit bash that I'm working on simultaneously. So that being said, take a look here at these forward spotlights on the nacelles. Just looks really, really cool. It gives me quite a bit of light. So that being said, I go forth. Those of you out there building models, as I always say, keep on building. If you're not building, go pick up one. You know, they got models for everything. It's coming out of Hobby Lobby earlier today, and it just made me so happy to see this guy picking up a model airplane, and he was, you know, taking it to the house to go and get on something. And stuff's very cool. For me, I picked it up as a coping skill. You know, not very many of you know I do suffer a bit from mental health issues and stuff, and you know, this right here helps keep me calm when I'm actually trying to turn it into my living, basically. So I have sold one. If you remember my Nemesis Enterprise, she has now been sold and is gone. But that was my plan all along after a certain amount of time. So holding down a job is kind of hard when you go crazy every once in a while. But yeah, it's very, very, very great, you know, fun hobby. I've always been afraid to pick up something. Don't hold back. Just go ahead and get it. And once you start getting your hands dirty in it, you learn that it's actually more fun. And then when you mess up, it's actually more fun to turn around and correct it. So, and if you still just like to watch and everything, hey, we appreciate you viewing. I definitely do appreciate you guys. With that being said, peace out, folks. I'm outie.